essence. It's really about helping the wearer to define that wearer who she is and who he is. Wherever you are from today as a designer, you need to look beyond where you live.
What happens around the world is at your fingertips, and people want experiences that are global. And that's really the future, is taking control of the message of fashion. They're not just creating based on a beautiful idea, but they're creating based on core values, and those core values are very important in terms of how we all live our lives.
It excites me to travel and meet and see the collections of new designers wherever we are in the world.
There's no other industry like fashion when it comes to supporting the new generation and nurturing young talent.
None of us lasts forever, very sadly, and so therefore new talent is the future.
The more that each individual designer can be successful, the greater successful for all.
Today, it is actually more difficult for a young designer to stand out and shine. There are so many designers and there are so many brands already in the world. Because of the digital technology, new ideas quickly become old.
We've got to make sure there's a constant newness. It's nice to see something that you feel that you haven't seen before, a cut that you haven't seen before, or something that feels fresh.
So it's really down to the individual designers, how you absorb all these things that are happening around the world and create a voice that is uniquely yours.
So if you can find a point of view, then you've got a chance. The only way to do that is really to immerse yourself. Why do we need you? What's your point?
That's a lot to ask for in a young designer.
20 years ago, a designer was a designer to make clothes and design clothes. Now a designer is going to come in and say, how can I use fashion to change the world?
There's a certain feeling in the air or in the world. And I think designers pick up on certain things and respond to certain things in the whole fashion cycle and marketplace. So I've always believed in what is now, I guess, referred to as slow fashion, something that you keep in your closet for years and years and it becomes your favorite thing. So I really try to use only beautiful materials that are natural and last a long time. I do design a lot of things that are multi-purpose, like even this one that I happen to be wearing. This one you can take off the sleeves and wear it another way, or also change the color of the sleeves. It's nice to make something that's very useful. Something that's always been really interesting to me is traditional textiles or traditional ways of making things. You can see there's a big movement in handmade items, which is great. So I work with these women down in Bolivia who are master artisans, and they do amazing knitting, crocheting, weaving, and it's just incredible what they can do. And it's really nice actually to see things shrinking down a bit. There's a little bit more of a local-made, closer-knit community. It makes things a bit more personal.
Designers of the future are reworking ways of thinking about things that we've done before. And I think a lot of the young generation now are really getting interested in artisans again and the way things were made.
We're working really with handcraft and small amounts of production, and there's something quite maybe regressive.
It's just the time we're living in. Everything is going so fast-paced that we sometimes feel like we need to focus more on tradition, on craftsmanship. One of the most important things nowadays, especially in fashion, there's so many designers existing, and you have to find your own handwriting, your own voice, looking for something new, creating things that have never been there before like this.
What I like in the creative process is not to have too much expectation about it and really let the we call it artistic accident, what you can't really foresee. I think maybe the most difficult is to manage to listen to yourself and to your creative instinct, and then to the commercial aspect.
Because we can't only create crazy stuff. The aim is also that people wear this and that people feel good in it.
You want to discover something more, and you observing people, the way they're dressing, the society, everything. Fashion for us is self-expression. It's a tool for us to communicate with this world. For us, it's like a dialogue, I think. More easy to get people to understand us more. When people believe what you believe in through your work, through your design, and that's really cherishing for us. What we believe in nowadays, all the things can't be just one style. It should be everything combined together with different style, more global language. What we really love about the creating process is you really have your own idea, what you believe in, and you design your own collection. It's like totally free. It doesn't really matter if it's wrong or right, but you present it in your way, and hopefully it will reflect other people's as well.
Part of that storytelling is really to understand where the world is going and how people's lifestyle is going to evolve and change.
Bird on a Wire is not only a fashion brand, it's like a big box of ideas. It's about exploring anything and everything that we can to be something that is of the modern age that we're living in. All the collections or objects that I design, it's always about questioning things around us. I'm always on the lookout for something new materials, new people, anything inspires me. And for example, I go around and try to see new artisans, new techniques and new materials that I can use. The pieces should be pieces that last, but at the same time, they should be pieces that make you want to explore more. So whatever I design has to be something that just pushes you to say, why not? Whenever it comes from a passionate place, it's bound to get you somewhere else. I kind of follow my instincts and just see where it goes.
Designers should have a confidence with their ideas, believe in those ideas, and focus on those ideas, and not look so much to the left or the right or behind at what others are doing.
Fashion for us doesn't just start and end at the garment. I think there's much more to what we do.
There's so much noise in the industry. I think that's why it's important to have that vision and to stay true to it.
If you don't have that, then I guess what else do we have really to stand on? We both have different interests and we both have different qualities that we possess and we bring to the table, and in most times they are opposing, but then it's when we bring those ideas together we create something whole and unique, which is our own. That process is unique to the way we work, which without that we wouldn't be able to create the collections we do. You know, we're not creating fast fashion. The idea is that you can go back to our very first collection, pull out a coat and wear it today.
From that first collection there was a vision, and it wasn't limited to where we're from. It wasn't limited to Australia. We wanted to reach around the globe.
The reason we're doing this is because that creative nature is fueling our passion, is fueling our drive to want to be better and to keep moving forward.
Our journey's just begun. I think we've still got a long way to go.
We do. Just getting to this point now, being in Beijing, about to present our collection, it's really exciting.
Woolmark Prize, what's great about it is that you give a lot of emerging designers the support they desperately need.
They approach the prize making sure that the designers are given the opportunities to meet industry experts.
Being here in Beijing, judging the Woolmark competition has been a huge honor.
At the end of the day, the designers have to show that they have the capability to take advantage of all these influences and then come up with their own voice.
Come on, everybody. You are what you are. You are yourselves.
We can just stick to who we are and what we're good at, and just show the best we can, and the result is for other people to judge.
Whether I win or not, it's the same outcome, if you like, or the same plan. It just makes it a little bit easier if I do win.
First, we want to win tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. First we see tomorrow what's happening, and then we see. Not too many plans.
It's been a whirlwind and an emotional journey, yeah, definitely.
I'm a little bit nervous. But I think it'll be fine.
It takes a designer to have more all-rounded capabilities and qualities in order to survive and win this competition worldwide. They work very hard, they don't sleep a lot. So basically, you have to be a very tough person in order to do that.
Competition, great, very keeps you feisty, you know. If you just get your chair, you know, you're back in the chair and you say, you know, I've been on the cover of this magazine, I've been on the TV, that's the time you're going to lose it.
And when I was judging the competition, I was judging the designers as designers and judging them for their collections. I wasn't judging them for, you know, do they have a business head on their shoulders? Nobody can do everything.
We stick to the original idea, what was the landscape of the Tibetan, the mountain and abstract feelings about that. That's what we really thought, what we're confident about. We like to take the audience with a journey with us through what we wanted to express. We looking for Himalaya ethnic groups' daily way of wearing. We link that with everyday people's wearing with cardigans and sweaters, specialize in twisting on different parts of the body.
Do you normally use a lot of knitwear in your normal collection, or is this really your first time at Because technically it might be your first time.
We tried different techniques. There's a lot of possibilities. We wanted to present it as a form of style. We just naturally being ourselves, like doing what we really feel is the right. It comes out in our instinct.
Australia means many things for us. Obviously, there's the great energy about it, the camaraderie of the people in the community, but most importantly, it's about the multicultural aspect of Australia.
This particular collection, we were inspired by an Indigenous artist called Emily Nagwari. There was this amazing commentary surrounding her work about something being both contemporary and traditional at the same time. We love this idea of breaking away from these particular molds that we're set in. The way we look at Australia and perceive Australia is quite intimate, quite personal for us, and we've translated that idea and been able to share who we are and where we come from and our experiences with the rest of the world. The true meaning of it for us is that it evokes a response. It's about other people's interpretations and how they see them and view them.
They're emotional people. Their design is really a manifestation of an emotion that they're feeling.
I didn't want to go anywhere all by myself.
The collection for the Woolmark Prize is called The Future as It Was. There is something a bit from the past, and on the other hand, something very futuristic. We were thinking of a view on the future with a lot of past elements.
It's about traditional techniques, but more like a futuristic shape.
It's something that we play in general with taking something that could look old-fashioned, but twisting it in a modern context. Our aim is to make a fashion that is timeless, but wearable, balancing between sobriety and extravagance. It's a kind of minimalistic baroque.
I had a lot of fun understanding the different ways in people work because they all come heavily influenced by the territory in which they're based.
The main thing I'll be looking for is that they've got to have a point of view. They can't just do nice clothes. We need people that are perfect.
The theme, My Name is God, was very, and still is, very broad, and I had to narrow it down to, first of all, religion. Of course, I did the research about different religions, different beliefs around the world. It was very interesting to see that the religious outfit was mainly made of pieces that have no name. They're not labeled as a shirt or a dress or a jacket. There's the aspect of the collection being pieces of clothing that you put together like a Lego. I wanted to introduce new pieces to the wardrobe. Why not have something that is broader? I really want to be able to at least put the question out there that what can we do to have fashion be more contemporary?
All 5 of them, they have created a new universe with wool. They have sometimes gone beyond their comfort zone, sometimes they have got a great story attached to that. And all 5 of them, they have got such a great individuality, such a great personality in the collection.
Of course I was nervous. You're kind of like, okay, this is it, the final culmination of what you have to do. So you kind of just do your best.
I'm happy to be here this afternoon.
I could have done it without the piece of paper, but I think I was afraid that I would just forget something because of being nervous. People like a story, and if you can communicate it, that's even stronger. And the idea, it's a travel wardrobe for a woman who's about to travel all around the world. And I decided for the story, she's an architect. She's going to 5 cities in many different climates in different countries. Like she could literally go hiking or trekking in Machu Picchu or go gallery hopping. I think she's an urban nomad. I think it's who I am, but I think it's who a lot of women are. So it's really great for her to have the combination that she could just grab and not even think about what she's wearing. She just feels great.
I think all the judges agree that this year the quality of the designers and the finishing is very good. We still have to select one winner.
Rahul Mishra, he was just saying you have to visualize holding that prize. You know, that's that moment of kind of like, you're just kind of waiting and holding your breath.
The winner this year of the final is Patmos.
And then and then I heard my name and oh my God.
Concept that feels different is interesting as well, which is one of the reasons why the designer won.
It was a long day yesterday. You know, I knew I won, but I think today, having meetings with the buyers, that's when it sunk in. And that's when I felt like, oh wow, this is real.
After winning, it is really important to believe that if you're winning this kind of competition with certain ideologies, do not just leave them after the competition is done.
The goals for my brand have been and still are to expand globally. And so now it feels like I have the opportunity and I've just been given this, like a stage to make it happen. I'll keep doing what I've been doing, but it's a great honor to have these stores believe in you. I guess if there was one thing that I would like to be remembered for, it would be good functional design. The most important thing is how someone else feels in it. If you have something special that makes you feel comfortable, you feel more special.